Hello students, this is Dr. Hemlata from Department of Maritime Commerce. I am going to take today marginal costing, which is very important chapter in cost and management accounting. So, before going into marginal costing, I just want to differentiate management accounting from financial accounting. So, we all know that financial accounting is very mandatory, very useful to the shareholders for the company, or which are very useful to other stakeholders of the company for knowing all the informations like profit, gross profit, net profit, assets and liabilities, all this we would like to, the outsiders would like to know about the company, and which is very mandatory, and that should be prepared by the company and should be audited by the auditor, which should be disclosed to the public if it is a public limited company, and even private companies also are accessible to the public. But management accounting is not like that. Management accounting is not mandatory. It is actually prepared for the better performance of the decision making, that means better performance of the management in decision making. So, this management techniques, management accounting techniques helps the management for taking the better decision. In different way we prepare the accounts, the past informations, we take information from cost accounting and then financial accounting, and we prepare the accounts in such a way which helps the management for taking the better decisions. So, this is the major differences between management accounting and financial accounting. So, for financial accounting always we have the certain standards which to be followed. Of course, for management accounting also some formulas to be followed, but interpretation matters a lot. Logical understanding of the past information is very important, which will help in the future decisions. So, in such a way marginal costing is a very important chapter which always helps the decision maker to going for the better decision making. So, let us see what is marginal costing. Marginal costing means ascertainment of marginal cost, which helps in the determination of profit and volume. So, first we should understand the differences between absorption costing and marginal costing. Absorption costing means we all know that sales minus cost equal to profit. Sales minus total cost equal to profit. So, all the cost together we deduct from the sales to find out the profit. So, which will tell whether we earn profit or loss after deducting all the cost. But marginal costing is not like that. In marginal costing, we give importance separately to the variable cost and fixed cost. What this marginal costing technique says is, a variable cost are those costs which definitely we have to incur when we produce even one more unit of the production. But fixed cost we have to face, we have to incur that cost even though there is no production, even though the production is very high or very little, we have to face it. So, the management techniques tells that certain cost, that variable cost alone can be given importance in taking some important decision making in the company. So, let me explain you what is the meaning of marginal cost, fixed cost and variable cost. CVP analysis. CVP analysis means cost, volume, profit analysis. This analysis tells the relationship between these three, what will happen if cost increases, how it affects the volume, how it affects the profit, in what way it helps us in the decision making, that is called CVP analysis. So, cost volume profit relationship, in short it is called CVP analysis. Fixed cost. So, what is the meaning of this fixed cost? Fixed costs are those costs which we have to incur even there is no production. Say for example, if we are doing our business in this area, one room, one factory we are doing which has one room, and in that we are doing our production. For that we are paying the rent of rupees 10,000. If 10,000 units are produced, we are going to give 10,000. If 5,000 units are produced, we are going to give 5,000. If no production, we are going to give 10,000. If 20,000 units we are going to produce, we are going to give 10,000. So, whatever the number of units you are going to produce, we are going to give the same amount as rent. Likewise, if a manager's salary, if we produce 10,000 units, we are going to give 1 lakh rupees as a manager's salary. If 5,000 units, same 1 lakh as a manager's salary. If 20,000 units, same 1 lakh as a manager's salary. So, whatever the number of units we produce, whatever the activities we do, the same amount will be given as the expenses, that is called fixed cost. But whereas variable cost means, a variable cost are those costs which varying according to the number of units we produce. If one wood log is required for producing one furniture, 2 wood log is required for 2 furniture. For 10 furniture we require 10 woods, for 20 we require 20 woods. So, that direct material, that is a variable cost. So, number of units increases, variable cost increases. But whereas fixed cost, number of units increases, it does not increase. It does not change in proportion to the number of units produced. So, this is a major differences between fixed cost and variable cost. As I told already, variable cost, it varies according to the number of units we produce. Example, direct material, raw material required, direct wages and direct expenses, all these are variable cost. The another information about this fixed cost and variable cost is, variable cost remains constant in per unit, whereas it changes in total amount, but fixed cost remains constant in total amount, but varies in per unit. So, this is the relationship of variable cost and fixed cost. Normally in absorption costing, sales minus total cost equal to profit. So, the total cost includes both fixed cost and variable cost. So, we find out only profit or loss. If the amount comes in plus, we put profit. If the amount comes in negative, we put loss, right. But in marginal costing, we divide that cost into two categories, variable and fixed. First, we reduce variable cost from the sales. The answer what we get is contribution, and from that contribution we reduce fixed cost, the answer we get is profit or loss. The major decision makings are taken by considering only this contribution, not that profit. So, the contribution formula is sales minus variable cost equal to contribution. In other way, we can say contribution equal to profit plus fixed cost. Profit volume ratio, that is PV ratio we call. This tells the ratio of the contribution to sales. That means normally we find out profit on sales, no, likewise this is contribution on sales. In short, we call it as PV ratio. It plays a major role in finding out many formulas which helps the decision making for the decision maker. And we can say PV ratio formula will be contribution by sales into 100. And in other ways we can say that sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100. And the other way contribution can be found out by, as I told already, profit plus fixed cost. So, the other formula may be profit plus fixed cost divided by sales into 100. That means all the three formulas I told, all these are nothing like it denotes only the contribution. Contribution can be found out by sales minus variable cost, or it can be find out just contribution by PV ratio into 100 I told, or else it can be of sales minus variable cost by sales into 100, or the other way we can say fixed cost plus profit divided by sales into 100. The next is break even point. Break even point is the point of sales where there is no profit, no loss. So, when we achieve this particular point, break even point, at particular level of activities, at particular level of sales, when we achieve, that means we are in the safer zone, we are not getting any loss. The above break even point, whatever the sales we make, or our total profit, full profit what we get. So, break even point is a point of sales where there is no profit, no loss. This can be found out by the formula fixed cost by PV ratio into 100. In units means fixed cost divided by contribution per unit into 100. So, and this is other way we can say break even sales is actual sales minus margin of safety. The next is margin of safety. This is nothing but actual sales minus break even sales. I told you that break even sales, till break even sales no profit, but no loss, okay, which is sales equal to cost. So, above that break even sales, whatever the sales we do, that is only the profit. That profit portion is called margin of safety. So, in formula we can say that this is profit by PV ratio. So, in other way we can say actual sales minus break even sales. The next one is required sales for given profit. If we want to achieve some particular profit, then what is the sales we have to make? This can be find out by this formula required sales equal to required profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. If it is in units, required profit plus fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. The next one is profit from given sales. So, this we can find out, already I told you, profit equal to contribution minus fixed cost. So, if you find out contribution, you can find out this profit. So, contribution is nothing but sales minus variable cost. So, at last we can say sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost equal to profit. So, now let me explain you with a sum. So, we have discussed about various formula, that those formulas, by applying those formulas, let me explain everything in one particular sum. Assume that the given information is sales rupees 2 lakhs, variable cost rupees 1,20,000, fixed cost rupees 50,000. We are going to find out number 1. Find out number 1, profit. Number 2 is PV ratio. Number 3 is we are going to find out break even point. Number 4 is margin of safety, and number 5 is required sales to earn profit of rupees 40,000. I make it again very clear, students. So, I gave the sales of rupees 2 lakhs, variable cost of rupees 1,20,000, fixed cost of rupees 50,000, and we need to find out these questions: what is profit, what is PV ratio, what is break even point, what is margin of safety, and at last we are going to find out the required sales to earn the profit of rupees 40,000. So, first question is we are going to find out what is profit. So, for this profit, first we can prepare statement of profit. we can prepare statement of profit. So, statement of profit, first is sales, we are going to deduct variable cost, what we find out is contribution, from that contribution we are going to deduct fixed cost, the balance what we get is profit or loss. So, this is the formula to find out profit. As I told, we are going to divide that cost into two categories, variable separately, fixed separately. So, sales minus variable cost will give you contribution, contribution minus fixed cost will give you profit. Just to apply the given information in this column, our sales is 2 lakhs. Our variable cost is 1,20,000. So, 2 lakhs minus 1,20,000, we get 80,000, and from that you are going to reduce the fixed cost of 50,000. Our profit will be 30,000. So, we get answer in positive plus, so this is profit 30,000. Instead of this, if we had got minus 30,000, then your answer is loss. So, if it comes in minus, you change this as loss instead of profit. So, this is a normal format when your question also is to find out prepare statement of profit. Remember, this is your statement. Absorption costing tells that sales minus total cost is profit, but marginal costing tells that your format will be sales minus variable cost, contribution, contribution minus fixed cost, you will get profit or loss. So, in this way only this is different from absorption costing. So, this is our first question, that means answer for our first question. Our question is find out profit. So, our question is find out profit. So, our profit comes 30,000. Our profit is 30,000. Find out profit. Our question is profit. The answer we found out is 30,000. For that, the formula used is sales minus variable cost equal to contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost equal to profit. The next one is we are going to, by keeping this itself, we can go ahead with the remaining answer. So, the next will be, your next question is find out PV ratio. Our next is find out PV ratio, profit volume ratio. The formula for this is PV ratio equal to contribution divided by sales into 100. Contribution divided by sales into 100. So, in this, what is our contribution? 80,000. What is our sales? 2 lakhs into 100. So, if you do this, you will get the answer of 40%. You should put the answer in percentage. Already I told you this PV ratio denotes the ratio of contribution on sales. The meaning of this 40% is what? If sales is 100, your contribution is 40. Okay, that means just deducting the variable cost alone, I am telling your contribution is just 40% on your sales. Okay. So, PV ratio equal to contribution by sales into 100, 80,000 by 2 lakhs into 100, which gives you 40%. The third one is our third question is break even point. So, third, break even point. I told you break even point is a point where there is no profit, no loss, which sales equal to cost. So, break even point equal to fixed cost divided by PV ratio into 100. So, fixed cost by PV ratio into 100. In this, what is our fixed cost? 30,000. What is our PV ratio? 40%. So, 40% we can write 40% as 0.40. So, if we put 30,000 divided by 0.4 fixed cost by PV ratio, you will get the answer of rupees 1,25,000. Rupees 1,25,000. If you put 0.4, you not necessary to put into 100 also. So, you will get rupees 1,25,000, that is your break even point. So, what does it mean? Our total sales is 2 lakhs. Till you achieve the sales of 1,25,000, you are in loss only. But if you achieve the stage of 1,25,000 sales, that means if you can sell 1,25,000 worth of sales, then at that point you are in a safer place, no profit but no loss. You have taken, you have compensated all the expenses you met, that is the meaning. So, 2 lakhs, in 2 lakhs when you achieve the 1,25,000, you are at the safer side. Then that means you did not put anything from your pocket, all your sales compensated your cost. Coming to the fourth one. Fourth one is margin of safety. Margin of safety, I told you the formula will be total sales minus break even point sales. In other way, this will be profit by PV ratio. Profit by PV ratio. So, total sales minus break even sales will be, total sales is 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs minus break even sales is, we found out rupees 1,25,000, which is equal to rupees 75,000. In other way, this will be, our profit is 30,000 divided by our PV ratio is 0.40. If you go by this way also, your answer will be 75,000. So, what it denotes is, till the point of 1,25,000, you cannot get any single paise of profit. You are incurring, you are compensating only the cost you made. But after that 1,25,000, what is the profit you can get? If you can sell 2 lakhs, you will get the remaining 75,000 mere profit, merely only profit. The 75,000 is only your profit area, no cost area. Already your cost has been acquired, has taken back. So, that is rupees 1,25,000 at this particular point of sales. Already you have taken your cost, already you have taken all the amount you have invested for that, okay, by considering only variable cost. So, the remaining 75,000 is mere profit, that is your margin of safety. So, now we answered our fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions are over. The last question is required sales to earn the profit of rupees 40,000. So, already I told you that marginal costing are helpful for the managers for taking decision. Why we found out this break even point, PV ratio, or why did we find out margin of safety, all this why we are doing, we can aim better. So, now we got the relationship of this cost, volume, profit. So, the CVP analysis. Now, we are going to think what is the profit we achieved for 2 lakh sales. If we can sales 2 lakhs, we achieved the profit of 30,000. Now, our question is, would you like to go for better profit? Yes. If I am going to earn profit of 40,000, what should be my sales? So, by using this formula easily we can find out. Otherwise, we would have gone for a trial and error method and we find out that. By keeping all this formula like PV ratio, break even point, we have fixed cost, all this information, we can easily find out how much of sales we have to do to earn the profit of the required profit. So, this 30,000 profit is not adequate to me. I want a better profit. Then I am going for the 40,000. That is my next question. Required sales to earn profit of rupees 40,000. If 40,000, then what is your formula? This is the answer for fifth. Required sales equal to required profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Required profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So, required profit is 30,000, fixed cost is 50,000 and then PV ratio. PV ratio here is 0.4. So, you get 80,000 divided by 0.4. So, this 80,000 0.4 answer comes as rupees 2,25,000. 2,25,000. So, what does it mean? If you want to earn the profit of 40,000, this 30,000 is not adequate. We would like to earn the profit of 40,000, then we should have sold 2,25,000, not 2 lakhs. So, if you are aiming for the better in your future, go for 2,25,000 sales, so that your profit will be 40,000. So, if you go for earn the profit of 50,000, ultimately you can change here. This will be 50,000, fixed cost remains same, PV ratio remains same, then you can find out the answer. To that extent of sales we have to make to find out that, to get that profit. So, like this, now we get an idea about the marginal costing, how this marginal costing easily helps the manager for the better decision making. So, just finding out the PV ratio, you can find out how much sales to be done to get the required profit, and at what stage, at what is the particular break even point sales which I have to achieve in order to escape from that loss. If we can achieve the break even sales, then sales equal to cost, no profit, no loss. So, we will be in a safer side. So, all these techniques can be found out only by marginal costing. So, students, I hope that you understood this concept. I just want to summarize this. So, first thing is, I told you the differences between absorption costing and marginal costing. Absorption costing means a total sales minus total cost equal to profit or loss. That is your absorption costing. No differentiate between fixed cost and variable cost. Whereas, the marginal costing does not do so. Marginal costing differentiate the fixed cost and variable cost. Why this differentiation? Because the reasons behind this marginal costing is fixed cost can be taken back in the long run. If a machinery is purchased, that machine amount of investment made is a capital expenditure, can be acquired in the longer run, can be done in the longer period. But variable cost is not like that. Variable cost varies according to the number of units we produce. So, variable cost to be taken back. If variable cost amount also we cannot acquire it back, means then we are in the severe danger position, we are in the huge loss, it means. So, always marginal costing gives importance to variable cost, not the fixed cost. So, by keeping the variable cost importance only, all this marginal costing are framed. So, we have seen today 5 formulas. One, how to find out the profit, other one is how to find out the PV ratio, the third one is break even point, and the fourth one is margin of safety, and fifth one is required sales for the given profit. So, this CVP analysis, that is cost volume profit analysis, the major 5 formulas are these. So, when we go for the first one, profit, always remember profit is sales minus variable cost gives you contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost gives you profit or loss. So, again I repeat, sales minus variable cost contribution, contribution minus fixed cost gives you profit or loss. The next one is PV ratio, profit volume ratio. This is your ratio of contribution to sales. The formula is contribution divided by sales into 100. Contribution divided by sales into 100. This will give you some percentage, answer should be in percentage because this is the ratio of contribution to sales. If your answer is 40%, the meaning is when the sales is 100, your profit, that is your contribution, is 40. Coming to the third one, break-even sales. Break-even sales is a particular point of sales where there is no profit, no loss. So, everyone just aims for break-even sales. If a newly started company, first they find out the break-even sales because they want to be at the safer side. At least the total amount what they put, that they would like to take it back immediately. So, the soon break-even point, if you get the break-even point period is very less, it means that very soon you will get the expenses spent. So, the remaining will be your profit. So, break-even for sales formula will be fixed cost by PV ratio. The next one is margin of safety. This is nothing, actual sales minus break-even sales. So, break-even sales, actual sales minus break-even sales will give you margin of safety. In other way, the formula is profit by PV ratio. So, this margin of safety is only profit portion. The last one is, if you would like to make a particular sales to get the particular profit, that means if you want to make the particular profit, what is your sales should be? For this, the formula is required profit, that is given profit or aimed profit plus fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So, I hope you understood this chapter, which is very important and also the easiest chapter in cost and management accounting. Definitely in this you will get the big sum just with this 5 formula, which will be very helpful to you to get a good marks in your exam. Thank you.